Hello guys and welcome to Big Brother, and today we are going to be talking about the most recent episode. We had at the start of this episode Tucker, Kenny and Angela all up on the block, and I gotta say this was a crazy episode from start to finish. So much was going on, so much was happening, and this kind of episode is exactly why I love Big Brother. It had twists, it had turns, it had some wild moments, but, and I mean this genuinely seriously, you guys have got to vote sensibly, okay? And there is a reason why you got to vote sensibly. America's vote has been activated. I know. But more on that later. Let's get straight into the episode, shall we? So, guys, we've got to talk about some little tidbits before we get into the main episode. We've got to talk about Quinn and Angela and that whole situation. Because Quinn is very, very adamant that he wants rid of Angela from the house. And I just think, really? Do you need her gone? Because you've told two people so far that we've seen about your power, right? You told Angela, and then it was revealed in this episode that he has also told Chemo. And Tucker obviously has been told by Angela, yo, watch out for Quinn, he's got the power, etc, etc, etc. If I leave the house, I'm going to blow his game up, etc, etc, etc. And Tucker's like, rah, actually, now that Lisa's gone, maybe she didn't have the power. Maybe Quinn does have it. And so he talks to Chemo, and Chemo goes, yeah, Quinn does have the power. And Chemo's like, listen, I didn't do anything wrong, because at the end of the day, Tucker already had this information. I was just confirming. I felt it was rude not to confirm. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what? I do agree with him. I feel like it is rude to leave someone without that little bit of information. It also probably doesn't help that Chemo's got a little bit of a crush on Tucker. But I think it's actually a nice little bond that they've got together. It seems that Chemo trusts Tucker, Tucker trusts Chemo. So they've got like a little bit of a connection there. Not necessarily romantic, but definitely in a friendship way. So I feel like that is genuinely a very, very important moment that we witnessed in this episode. Quinn is about to have his whole game blown up because Tucker, who after this episode is who I'm rooting for to win. I'm sorry, I am. He's never going to win because he's too much of a good player, but I am definitely rooting for him to win. So I'm struggling with Kenny in this series, and I think a lot of the housemates are as well, because T-Core was talking to him and being like, yo, what's going on? Is this a game that he's playing, or is he being genuinely serious? Does he actually want to go home, or is he just hoping that he's up against stronger people, and then it's like, oh, guys, you should have voted me out. Oh, because as soon as he gets into those challenges, his game switches on and he starts to actually play. Like, he won the veto last week. He didn't need to win the veto last week. If he really wanted to go home, he could have. But instead, he won it, took himself down, and then it was like, well, hang on a minute. What's going on here? So I'm wondering, is this like a big game plan that he's come in and he wants to act like this person that is like, oh, woe is me. Oh, I don't mind if I go. I don't really care. Or is this actually a very, very smart play by a man who knows how to manipulate people? He was an undercover cop for ages. He knows how to lie to people. He knows how to manipulate. Therefore, is it outside of the realm of reason? Probably. I'll be honest. I do believe that Kenny does want to go home. But the constant flip-flopping between wanting to go, not wanting to go, wanting to go, not wanting to go, they quite literally showed it through like thumbs up and thumbs down in the episode, in which he was having a conversation with Cedric, and at least 10 times he's changed his mind. He goes, oh, I really want to fight, but like I really want to see my family, and they're giving me the drive to actually fight in the competition. But then I just think that actually I want to go home. I'm like, oh my god, this bro needs to go home. Or he needs to buck up his ideas, because I've had enough. It's not a game. Well, it is a game, but like, don't. Oh God, I'm just so frustrated with him because he's taken this opportunity away from someone else, and it's so sad because I really thought he would be a fantastic player in this game, but I think week one murked him, and he just hasn't recovered from it. Seeing Matt leave in the first episode or the first week, yeah, murked him. His game was done then. He didn't want to play anymore. He was like, nah, it's done. It's over. I'm fine. Which I just think is sad and pathetic, if I'm being 100% honest. So, the veto. Interestingly, before going into the veto, Kenny had a conversation with Cedric where he basically said, if I win the veto, I'm taking Angela down and I'm staying up there, hoping people send me home. And I'm sitting there going, Kenny, amazing plan because it means that Angela's in the house for a week longer. But that's so silly. Why are you even in this game? Just leave, bro. Just walk. It's not that deep. You probably don't get paid if you walk. But you see what I mean? It's so aggravating. But anyway, Mackenzie and Leah were chosen to play in the veto. And I gotta say, this challenge was some bullshit. I gotta say, these challenges on the US version, some of them I think are great. Some of them, I think, if I was playing in them, I think I'd just be like, do you know what? I actually don't want the veto that much. I really don't care about the veto that much. Like, do you remember, like, I think it's the last 2 seasons, they've done, like, the stacking the barrels in the, like, tiny little boxes? That is some bullshit. I would not do that. Absolutely not. Not even a chance. As soon as I've built my tower and then it falls for the first time, I'm going to go, do you know what? I don't need the veto that badly. I really don't. If I'm on the block, just send me home. It wasn't meant to be. It really, really wasn't meant to be. Okay? So, yeah. This was a very, very similar challenge in the sense of, like, they had to transport this stupid power core around this obstacle course where they could hit the bamboo, but they couldn't touch the vines. And this power core was, like, a massive pole with, like, different poles jutting out of it. It was just one big mess. And I gotta say, some people were better at it than others. Some people, Angela, absolutely bombed the challenge. Mackenzie did well. Leah didn't. Cedric didn't either. But Kenny and Joseph actually did the best, I thought, personally. They actually kind of smashed it. Mackenzie, I noted down some of their percentages. Cedric hit the vines 12 times, which ended him with a 40% power thing. I don't know really what was going on. Mackenzie hit it 7 times, so ended up on 65%. Kenny, I don't know, but it was somewhere between 65 and 85 because that is where Tucker was. He only hit the vines 3 times in the obstacle course, which is kind of crazy. I didn't expect that. I really thought it was going to be a lot harder for Tucker, but he actually kind of slayed it, and he ended up winning the power veto. So I got to give him props where props are due. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where he actually is just quite good at these competitions, which is going to make him a threat. So maybe I shouldn't back him, should I? Because he is going to go home in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, it's just a bit tough, isn't it? Just a little bit tough. So we now have a 3-step plan in progress. And this is very interesting. And this is the part of the episode that made me go, rah, okay, this episode could get very interesting very quickly. First of all, we have the power-ups. Tucker knows who has both of them now. So everybody apparently now knows that MJ has the power-up because Tucker told this person told that person. The entire house knows she has the power-up. But they're not worried about it because, let's be honest, her power-up is basically just a veto. It saves her or it can save someone else. It's not the end of the world. The one that Tucker's more worried about, rightfully so, is the deepfake HOH, which can essentially replace the nominees and can control the week. Essentially, if you're head of household that week, you've got fuck all power, so it is a bit of an L for you. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay. So, if you're going to get rid of somebody this week that has a power, get rid of Quinn, because Quinn can't use it. And next week, he has to use it, or he loses it, because it's only a 4-week thing. So therefore, he has to use it next week, which means whoever's HOH is going to get fucked. Okay? So Tucker decides to tell Cam about Quinn's power. And that makes Cam go, rah, okay, what's going on here? Because Quinn is in 2 alliances with me. He's in the Andersons and he's also in the Pentagon. And he has not told anybody as far as we're aware. So obviously Cam goes to go tell Cedric, and Cedric's like, rah, why didn't he tell us? That is so snaky. Now here's where step 2 comes in handy. Step 2 was very important because Cedric now takes it upon himself to go and basically talk to Quinn and see whether Quinn is going to be honest with him. Is he going to own up? No, he starts spinning a load of yarn. He talks a load of rubbish about maybe Lisa did have it and leave the house. And Quinn is given so many opportunities by Cedric to fess up, be honest, what's going on. He does not take any of those opportunities, and it's so jarring because I sit there and I think, oh, bro, this guy knows that you've got the power, and he's making it so blatantly obvious because he's come up to you and he's just started talking about the power-ups. Who does that? Who does that? If it comes up naturally in conversation, but who walks up to you and goes, yeah, let's talk about this, shall we? Yeah, it's muggy is what it is. It's muggy on Quinn's part. I won't lie. So now, is Cedric going to cut him loose? This is where step 3 comes in handy. Step 3 is wild because Cedric is basically trying to bait MJ into into using the power, into not using the power, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But he's trying to get her to use the power by making her not use the power, which is confusing. But he was basically like, oh, if I put you up, don't use the power, like, you'll be safe, you're a pawn, etc, etc. And MJ's going, oh, you'd be in like a confessional. You think if I'm put up on that, I'm not using my veto? Yeah, you're wrong. And obviously, that's what Cedric wants. He wants the power out of play. So you're actually playing into his hands here. But then this is where step 3.5 comes in handy. And step 3.5 is a game changer. Because Tucker sits Kenny, he sits Cam, and he sits Cedric down in a room. And he goes, right, I've got the power of veto. I'm powerful, right? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm taking Angela down. And Cedric's like, what? Huh? And he's like, yeah. And then, do you know what we do? We put Quinn up. We put Quinn up and we get his power out of the game. We keep me up there so that I can compete against him. Fine. Chill. Nice. Kenny will also probably beat him. But if we leave Angela up there, Andrew is going home. And Angela is not the smart move this week. There is no reason to keep Angela, like, on the block because she's not a threat. She's going home. So why don't we take our shot and take one of the power players out, Quinn, because he will just sneak through to the end. And I was sitting there and I was going, yes, this is what I've been hoping for. Quinn's downfall. Ever since he snaked Angela and made her look incredibly, like, horrible in front of the whole house. Yeah, I've been praying for his downfall, and now it's time. So I'm thinking, yes, this is perfect. This is the plan. This is a legendary Big Brother move. And if it happens and it goes to plan and Quinn leaves, this is going down in Big Brother history as one of the best game moves ever. Incredible. Of course, it can't be that easy, can it? So, veto meeting. Tucker saves Angela. That was crazy. Also, earlier in my notes, I wrote Andrea because I forgot what her name was, which is really bad on my part. But anyway, Tucker saves Angela. Not on my bingo card for this season. I did not expect Angela to be saved by someone else who is sitting on the block. That's kind of crazy. It's a ballsy move on Tucker's part. Ballsy. And then Cedric obviously has to choose someone to replace. So he picks MJ. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, this mother fudger. Okay? This mother fudger. What? Why would you choose MJ? Because she's just going to take herself back down. I understand that you're in an alliance with Quinn, but he's also lied to your face multiple times. You had a conversation with him multiple times and he lied to your face every single time. So what's going on? Why have you put up MJ knowing that she's going to take herself down? Because now, not only have you pissed off Tucker because that was not the plan that you agreed with him, but you've also pissed off MJ because now she's forced to use her veto, America's veto. So this is where you guys come in. as the audience, the hundreds of people that watch this video. Okay? If you're in America, please, please, please cast at least one vote on my behalf. If you can. I beg you. Just vote for Quinn. I just want to see Quinn's face when he is put up on the block and then subsequently goes home. I need that in my life. I can't vote in the UK, very sadly, as far as I'm aware. I can't. So please, 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 vote Quinn. Vote Quinn. Put him up on the block. Send his ass home. Because I can't put up with him much longer. Like, it's getting to the point where I'm really frustrated. Because next week, he's safe. Because he's using his HOH power. He's going to be fine. He's going into week 5. And I can't have that, guys. I really can't have that. I'm sorry, I can't. So, yeah, honestly, we need to vote Quinn out. And I'm being dead ass now. I'm being genuine. This is week, what, 3? Yeah, this is a good time for Quinn to go. Get one of the powerful players out. Don't be voting for Joseph. Don't be voting for Cam. Don't be voting for any little silly people who are kind of coasting in the game at the moment. Put someone up that is actually going to make waves in the house. Okay? Also, Cedric, not your fave. I'm not your you're not my fave. No. Yeah. No. Sorry. Like, you snaked Tucker, and Tucker's my ride or die at the moment. So, I can't back you anymore. Cedric, you were doing so well, and I was so on board with you. And then you put MJ up. What were you thinking? What was going through your brain at that time? Because I know it wasn't anything logical. Right. That is the episode done. Lots to talk about. What a crazy, crazy episode. Honestly, I had a fabulous time watching this. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys have as well. So make sure to like, comment and subscribe, doing all them YouTube things that you guys do so well. I will see you guys in the next episode tomorrow. We'll be finding out who gets voted by America and also who is going to win the AI arena and who's getting evicted all in the same night. Lots and lots of drama happening tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Make sure you keep on ranting. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye now.